Netflix's Monster Season 2 casts its Menendez brothers, including General Hospital stars. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. For the General Hospital latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Ryan Murphy's follow-up to the well-watched and over-punctuated Dahmer Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story, has found its two Menendez brothers. Back in May, Netflix revealed that Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story, as it is titled, would be the second installment in the anthology series from Murphy. It's the first of 2 additional seasons ordered by the streamer. Lyle and Eric Menendez captured national attention while on trial in 1993 for the 1989 murder of their affluent parents, which they claimed was self-defense. After receiving a hung jury, the brothers were tried a second time in 1995. They were subsequently found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life without parole. The Lyle and Eric Menendez story comes after the success of Dahmer Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story, which topped Nielsen's U.S. ranking of streaming originals for the week of its release in September 2022 and amassed nearly 4.4 billion minutes watched across all 10 episodes in week 2. Starring Evan Peters in the title role, Dahmer centered on that serial killer's gruesome murder of 17 individuals between 1978 and 1991. It drew criticism for its graphic depiction of the slayings, as well as its specific portrayal of Dahmer's victims, who were predominantly black men. During the 7th episode, which was released on Thursday, September 19, the audience learns about why writer Dominic Dunn, Nathan Lane, was personally affected by Lyle, Nicholas Alexander Chavez, and Eric Menendez's Cooper Coach, murdering their parents. My ex-wife and I had 2 daughters before Dominique, but they both died in infancy. That made Dominique our miracle daughter, our angel. We always assumed she would bury us. That's the way it is supposed to be, the fictional Dominic explained as footage of his daughter being taken off life support was shown. I was convinced that would be the most difficult moment of the entire ordeal and our entire lives. But I was wrong. Far worse was watching the trial of her murderer, John Sweeney, and how the defense tried to make him out to be the victim. Dominic covered the Menendez murder trial in 1993, after the brothers were accused of killing their parents, Joss and Kitty. Eric and Lyle were initially tried separately, as they alleged that years of physical, emotional, and sexual abuse caused them to shoot their mother and father. The case ended in a mistrial after the jury was unable to reach a unanimous decision. A retrial began in 1995. Eric and Lyle were tried together. They were ultimately found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life without parole. On the show and in real life, Dominic covered the high-profile trial for Vanity Fair while grieving the loss of his daughter. 7 years before the Menendez brothers killed their parents, Dominique was strangled by Sweeney. She fell into a coma and died 5 days later. Sweeney was convicted of voluntary manslaughter and served 3.5 years in prison. That's why I never believe a word that comes out of a defense attorney's mouth, Lane as Dominic added during a scene in Monsters. They will do anything to help their client, even if it means desecrating the memory of the real victims, which is like murdering them a second time. Keep scrolling for a breakdown of Dominique's case and where Sweeney ended up after being released from prison.